I don't know one woman who doesn't want to age gracefully. I've not met one. Please bring her to me. I would love to meet her. I'll change her mind.
Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Aesthetic Influencers, where we explore the world of medical aesthetics and the relationship between inner and outer beauty. We're on a mission to empower 1 million women a day to level up their look and their life through the Bianca lifestyle of beauty, intelligent decision-making, attractiveness, and noble character attributes. I'm your host, Marco Emilio Valle, and you're gonna love today's show. What are you trying to achieve in terms of your regimen and looking and feeling your best versus what you would consider crossing that line and going too far?
You know, we see a lot of images, or as a kid getting magazines of just beautiful ladies who look happy, they look joyful. And then I do think there was kind of a phase in time, there were certain celebrities, if you will, that you could see their whole transformation. They didn't look like themselves anymore. And so I know from me personally, I wanted to look like myself, but I wanted to look like a better version of myself. And so for me, going too far is when you're unrecognizable, or you show up at that high school reunion and people are like, wow, you've really changed. You know, I don't want a completely different nose or a completely different mouth. I just want an improvement, a bump to what the good Lord already made me look like, I guess you could say.
How do you help clients, patients such as Meredith navigate that in terms of achieving their goals of looking and feeling their best, but not getting to a point where they no longer look like themselves?
We're just honest with them, and we actually talk about body dysmorphic. And I think when we all started injectables in the beginning, we were all getting a cookie cutter approach, right? Step 1, put it here. Step 2, put it here. And we were doing that for everybody. And we weren't really globally looking at each of our patients' face. We weren't taking their ethnicity into question as we were doing it. And so now, with all of the new conferences that we have, with all of the new trainings that we have, with all of the new products that we have, we're able to completely customize something for the patient's face that's going to look very natural for them. And we now understand that we shouldn't take it too far. We understand that certain codes are not going to work for certain people. Nobody has a completely cookie cutter face. So I think it's just being honest with the patient, educating them. We do a lot of education in our office. Like you said, we also screen them for body dysmorphic, and we try to help those people and let them see that you aren't seeing yourself the way that you really look. And we need to help you with that psychologically instead of putting another needle in your face. So when they start to want things that are a little bit too much, I will just bring out pictures of people that have that area over injected. And sometimes they can't see it in themselves, but they can see it in a picture. Like she said, they can tell that the celebrity is over injected, but they're asking us to do the same thing. Also, we take almost 360 degrees photos in our office, do we not?
Yes, we sure do, every time.
Every single time you walk into my office, you are getting a 90, a 45, and a full frontal, smiling and at rest. And so sometimes it is as simple as bringing out their before and afters. I've been injecting most of these girls for 13 years, and sometimes they need to see where they started because they forget. They forget what their natural anatomy looks like. And so if we can put those pictures together and go, look, you're good. It looks great. You don't need any more. This looks perfect. And they can see how far they've come, they'll calm down. And they'll be like, okay, you're right. So that's how we personally do it in our office. But it's just education, just talking to the patient.
Meredith, what was the actual experience of getting Radius Plus in your jawline for definition and contouring like, in terms of comfort or pain or the immediate results afterward, as well as, maybe 10 days after your treatment?
It really was good. I mean, she didn't mince words and say, we're going to do a little bit of pain control to help you, and then we're going to inject. And I don't feel like the process itself was anything where I was wanting to jump out of the chair or quit. It was nothing like that. I mean, there's just a little bit of that. And then you can see her assessing you. And I will say sometimes you're like, oh, I hope she thinks it's good because maybe we could be done. But if she wants it perfect and I want it perfect too. If you've done a couple sticks and you got to do 2 more to get it perfect, let's do 2 more. I am totally fine with that. And so it was done. And then you go and do the 3 photos, well, the 6 photos, because you're facing different ways and doing your different faces. And you see immediately, you're just like, thank you. This was so worth it. And immediately, any pain that you might have felt is inconsequential. I will say she kind of said, oh, you can do this, a little bump or massage. And more than anything, more than it being painful, it wasn't painful. There might have been a little discomfort. I just didn't want to mess it up because I loved it so much. And I was like, am I doing this correctly? Oh, and she assured me you cannot mess this up. It is so good. But that you walk out of there feeling so good and you don't want to do anything to change the look.
You're married, you have little ones.
I do.
Was there any reaction from them immediately afterward or since?
My husband was like, this is great. And he is, he's, in terms of budget wise and stuff, we both manage our budgets together. He has no problem with me spending money on this. He thinks it looks great. He can notice a difference, which I love. He would not approve if I looked any different than the girl he married, I think. I think most men want the woman to mostly stay the same. He loves just the little improved look of it. And I think it feels good that he can see a little difference. And even my kids, they're 6 and 8, and they both think I look good. I feel like one of them one time when I came home said, oh yeah, I can see it. That looks really good, Mommy. So, because I said, oh, I just did a little something to my face. It's great. It's just a win all the way around. They think Mom looks good. I don't think they think I'm obsessed with it. They just think I look good, and they know it's just something I like to go and do for myself sometimes. So it's a positive win all the way around.
Well, and for men, they're so worried about y'all looking different. I send y'all home saying, let him know you're going to look different if you don't do anything. So it's going to happen whether we're doing it or not. But if we're doing it, the chances of you looking the same longer is more plausible. So we should be doing something.
Well, and I talked to a girlfriend one time about filler stuff, and I said, I just don't know. Do you think this is smart of us to do it? I mean, are we going to have to do this the rest of our life? And she said, the skin you have is the skin you have. You're just filling in the areas that as you're aging, and you could speak more clinically about this, but it made me feel a lot better. She kind of made me feel more comfortable because I thought, am I puffing out my skin? And then I'm going to have a real problem when I'm 80 if I live that long, or 90. And I was like, no, look good now while you can. And it isn't doing that. It's filling in those gaps that I think that I am losing as I'm aging anyway. So yeah, let's make it look the best.
Y'all you have bone reabsorption. Your fat pads goes away. You lose collagen in the skin. The skin gets thinner and yours is already thin, right? So all we're going to do is go back in and just replace what you're losing, hopefully every year. Now, we won't just keep filling it up. I tell everybody, you are going to get wrinkles. If we chase every single wrinkle in the face, that is when you'll get that overdone kind of puffer face look. And so I always tell my patients, you better make your peace with wrinkles. Look your age. It's fine. It's fine. The curtains need to match the drapes.
What is it about a jawline, whether it's a male or female, that well-defined contour jawline?
Because I think when we're young, it's there. And so, not that we're going to chase youth the whole time. I don't think any of us want to look like we did in our 20s. I know not my face anyway, my body, maybe. But, our face, it's when we're in our 20s and we have all of that bone structure, all of that fat, all of that collagen, we have those structures and that nice delineated jawline. As we start to age and everything starts to resorb and it starts to sag, that tells us that we aren't as youthful. So I think putting back a little bit of that jawline it's good for everybody.
What do you want to tell women who are thinking about this? Maybe they're thinking about their jawline, maybe they're not even thinking about their jawline, but
I just tell people, just come in, do a full consult. You're going to hear everything. We even give you your plastic surgery recommendations. I'm going to even give you recommendations of things that I don't even offer in my office if I feel like it's going to be the best thing for you personally. At least you know what all could be done, and then you can go home with that education and marinate with it, and then come back and make a good decision. Maybe you decide not to do anything, but why wouldn't you want to at least know? Why wouldn't you not want to at least explore that? I don't know one woman who doesn't want to age gracefully. I've not met one. Please bring her to me. I would love to meet her. I'll change her mind. We all want to age gracefully. And this is definitely the way to do it. I think your biggest concern was your under eyes, and I was just like, okay, but we could do other things. So it's just having that talk, just being transparent with the patient and actually giving them that full consult. I know so many injectors who are just, they come in, they complain about that one area, you treat that one area, you don't talk about anything else, and now that patient has left your office and are they never going to know? Are they going to keep going back to injectors that just treat the area that you came in for that day? Are they ever going to get that injector that's willing to sit down with them and have that full conversation? Because if the injectors would do that, we would have more people that are talking the way Meredith is talking.
I came in asking for something I'd seen a friend do under her eyes. And Sonya explained, that is not exactly how your face works. I have something I can do. I get what you're trying to do. It's just a possibility. It may work. It may not work. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't think it would work, but I'm just letting you know it may not work. But this, we knew would work. So if you are concerned, especially about budget, do the thing is going to just bump up your appearance and it will work. And so that was an easy win for me. I said, yeah, let's do the thing we know that will improve.
Yeah, I like to hit the home run first. Mm-hmm. I mean, why wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. It's also better psychologically for the patient. Like you said, you don't want to come in and spend your money and not get the result that you were looking for. So a lot of what we do is psychology and how important is this to them? What is the budget and what are we doing? Are they going to be happy with that like later on? Because if y'all aren't, I don't want y'all mad at me. I hate it when y'all are mad at me. I want y'all happy with me.
Nothing but love.
What's your biggest takeaway from this conversation? And what topic are you dying for us to cover next? Comment below and be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And tell a friend. Together, we'll grow this channel and the Bianca movement. We'll see you next time here at the intersection of inner and outer beauty.